Donald Trump's approval ratings are at an all-time low, but despite the statistics, he will never lose his most ardent supporters. For them, his cruelty towards people they hate and fear makes him the ideal president. For the past few years, we've watched President Trump hold these big rallies where he goes after his perceived enemies while audiences cheer. These events serve as big ego boosts for the president, but they also serve as community-building exercises where the president tells his biggest fans who they should hate and why. So as you can see in this clip, this is the president mocking New York Times reporter Serge Kovaleski, who has a disability, and you can see the audience enjoys it, they're laughing. And there are a lot of clips like this. You can go and you can see the clip of the president encouraging police to abuse suspects, and you can see police laughing in the background. I used to think that these events were mostly meant to feed the president's need for affirmation. But something else became clear to me in October when the president held a rally in Mississippi where he mocked Christine Blasey Ford, the woman who came forward saying that she had been sexually assaulted by Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh. She told Congress that the thing that she remembered the most about that encounter was the laughter, and then the president held her up before the eyes of the nation as an object of ridicule and scorn. Even if you thought Ford was lying, the president's mockery stands to deter future survivors of sexual assault from coming forward, including, almost certainly, people that the attendees at these rallies love and care about. It was then that I realized the cruelty is a big part of Trump's appeal for many of his strongest supporters. Separating children from their families at the border, leaving Puerto Rico to its fate after Hurricane Maria, revoking protections for undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children, joking about police abusing suspects, mocking the women of the Me Too movement, or attacking football players for protesting police brutality. Trump's biggest backers enjoy his cruelty towards people they have decided deserve it. For them, the cruelty is the point. Now, taking pleasure in cruelty isn't unique to Trump supporters. For example, kids often gang up on other kids and tease them, in the process making it very clear where the lines between us and them are. But what Trump has done is take this human impulse toward cruelty and elevate it to a political virtue. Trump has invited his supporters to feel joy in the suffering of those that they blame for their problems, an act that binds them to each other and to the president himself. And that sense of belonging, of community, forged by this cruelty, will ensure that the president's most committed supporters will never abandon him, no matter what he does.